Hi guys, this is FXGOAT speaking. Welcome to yet another video, guys. This is Sunday market breakdown. On today's video, guys, we're going to be looking into the markets. We're going to check actually what's going to be looking into and how the markets are going to be actually moving. So as you all know that, guys, we start from our beautiful DXY. Basically, guys, the DXY is one of those currency index that actually give us the direction of whether to actually what to expect in the market. So as you all know that we have been having some quite beautiful structure on the DXY. So I've saw that the market is actually printing some sort of like an expanding wedge type formation, based on the fact that we all know that we had this beautiful, for the past few weeks we have been having this quite beautiful structure right here. So basically the market has been actually respecting our setup so far, based on the fact that we are looking to actually have some sort of like strong impulse move to the downside. However, we cannot get those beautiful strong move to the downside instantly like that. We need to actually have structure. So the structure has to actually build itself towards hovering to the downside, right? So basically what we have right here, we have structure that has been actually performing in some sort of like an expanding wedge. You saw that actually last week we had this beautiful expanding wedge type formation. However, as I have actually analyzed here, guys, this is beautiful because price is actually talking to us in a way that you can simply see that we have multiple touches on our lower low, and also we are expecting price to actually come and give us this double bottom to actually buy further up, because we have been having this beautiful downtrending structure inside this beautiful expanding wedge type formation. So basically from this point in time, you can simply see that we can actually expect price to actually come to this point here. That's when you can actually take upon your beautiful sells, because price could actually be expected to actually drop from this point, because it will be on this beautiful low right here. Because right now you know that we can simply see that when price is actually playing underneath this low, this is more like a strong weekly low. So price, when it plays below this, it's actually giving us an indication that we are actually selling. So basically from this point in time, we can simply expect the DXY to actually gain a bit beautiful momentum to the upside for some few days, and actually from there give us those beautiful sells based on this beautiful structure having some multiple touches on our lower high. So basically from this point in time, guys, we can simply see that the DXY looks beautiful for buys for now. Then we can actually expect our selling opportunities from this beautiful structure. So you can simply see that we have beautiful momentum towards to the downside. However, we must know how to manage this beautiful DXY. So let us start with our pairs for the week. So basically the first pair we have is actually Audjpy. So Audjpy is one of those pairs that actually looks good for the market ahead this coming week. So we actually have Audjpy from a bigger scale, so that we can actually look into it and see what the market is presenting to us from a bigger time frame. So we can simply see that Audjpy is one of those pairs that are trending so nicely. You can simply see that we have our lowest low from this point in time. This is our daily structure, and you can simply see that also we have already committed in a way that we have this beautiful structure presented, which is our head and shoulders pattern. So basically from this point in time, our head and shoulders pattern presents itself in a way that it shall actually present to actually sell way further. However, you must know how to manage these beautiful pairs, based on the fact that they are going to actually sell. So if you can simply see, you have this low right here, and also when you're diving deeper to the 4 hour, you can simply see that the Audjpy has committed itself in a way that it has been playing, and it eventually it gave us this beautiful double top. So this was an M formation, a straight M formation, where the market was testing this beautiful high again for the last time, and now sold off towards to the downside. However, there's nothing difficult here, guys. There's nothing difficult that you can actually look into. You can simply look into the current market price where the market has actually closed off. So you will simply see that the market has actually left us with a beautiful impulse correction. So we basically know the rule of impulse correction. So basically you can simply see that we had this beautiful impulse from the upside to actually go into the downside. We now have this beautiful correction right here. So this is quite looking so beautiful, and it's going to be actually looking beautiful to enter during London session tomorrow. So basically this is an impulse correction move towards to the downside, because already we have crossed this beautiful low right here and retested it and actually went to the downside. We now have this beautiful correction that occurred from this beautiful structure right here. So the market is actually going to be looking for more selling opportunities towards this low right there to actually complete this beautiful head and shoulders pattern. So basically we can actually cater for this move and actually take this move immediately after London session open tomorrow, because I believe price would actually sell way even harder towards to the downside. So Audjpy looks beautiful for sales. So basically let us move to another pair, which is the Usdjpy. So the Usdjpy looks beautiful also. If you can actually commit and check the Usdjpy from a monthly time frame, you will simply see that Usdjpy has now arrived into value areas. So basically from this point in time, the Usdjpy, you can simply see that with the monthly time frame, if you have this beautiful inverse head and shoulders, look into the bigger picture and see how the monthly close has actually occurred. You can know that from this beautiful Usdjpy, you will simply see that we have this beautiful double top right there, and also this candle speaks a lot, because you can simply see that we have closed below this beautiful low right here with a pin bar hammer candlestick. So basically this is one of the confirmations that the market has actually confirmed to us to be actually looking for more selling opportunities from this perspective towards to the downside. However, you need to actually dive in deeper and see this current market price, what is it actually presenting to us. So from this point in time, you'll simply see that when you actually look into the market way much further, this beautiful market structure right here looks beautiful to actually sell, but the commitment between this high and this low is quite different. So you must look into how the market has actually approached these beautiful 2 points right there. These are the beautiful zones that we have. So basically right now the market has actually crossed nicely from this perspective right there. You can simply see that we have already broken out of the structure onto this beautiful pair, and now we committed ourselves to have at least 3 touches towards to the upside, right? We have this beautiful 1, 2, 3, and also some beautiful double top right there, and also impulse, break out of structure, impulse towards to the downside, right? So and also if you can check carefully from this beautiful daily time frame, the structure also tells us different things. So you can simply see that we have closed below this low right there, below this high right there. We closed below with an impulse, right? With an impulse. That is one of those confirmations that you can actually look into when you check the markets. So from the 4-hourly chart perspective, you can simply now have an idea of what the market is actually presenting. So if you mark this beautiful low, you'll simply look into it in a different eye, because coming to think of this low, the market cannot just actually come with an impulse again. At least we need to actually create a bit of a tight flag right up to these beautiful lows. At least if we can actually expect some tighter flag on these beautiful points right there before we can actually get this commitment selling opportunities. Because if you look into this low, we cannot just break this low with this commitment of impulse move towards to the downside. We need to at least have a bigger structure that would actually give us a more tighter structure towards to the downside. So basically from this point in time, the USDJPY, you can simply wait for a bigger structure to occur, then you can actually take upon your sells onto this level. So the USDJPY looks beautiful for sells. However, you should also cater for losses and actually make your stop loss so tight so that you cannot lose so much. So we are looking for selling opportunities on the USDJPY, right? So, and also I have the Gbpjpy. This is one of those pairs that are looking so great. Also, I'm looking to actually cater for taking this one, guys, next week. So basically from this point in time, you can simply see that when you check this beautiful GJ from a beautiful structure like D1, this time frame is going to be much clearer, because the market is actually having a beautiful low right there, and also we had this beautiful triple top at this beautiful top right there. So we had this beautiful triple top right there, 1 2 3. So, and also we also have this beautiful double top that occurred recently, which is this one right there. So price has actually given us 1 2 3 touches, and also came back and also gave us this double top right there, and now price has actually given us also this low right there. This is the nearest low that you can actually look into right there. So when you dive in deeper to the 4 hour, you can also simply see that the GJ is actually committing itself towards to the downside, right? Because price has actually given us this double top right there and went to the upside before it actually sold off. We had this beautiful corrective structure towards to the upside right there and gave us this beautiful double top right there to commit itself towards to selling opportunities, right? So when you dive in deeper to the 1 hour, this is going to be a clearer structure, because now the market is actually giving us a sign that this low, it's not going to be broken very easily, right? So we need to actually look into the markets way deeper, right? So, and also when you check, have this beautiful low right there, it is the one that is going to actually give you a direction of how price will commit itself towards these zones. So if you have this beautiful low marked right there, you can simply check and see that the market has actually committed itself to give you a correction, right? This is a beautiful one, because right now I'm not gonna be amazed to actually see the market actually coming back to this high right there to give me my point whereby I'll be able to sell way even further when price arrives to these levels right there. It won't be a trend smash when the market to actually come back into these levels right there to give me my better entry and actually have my selling opportunities, right? Because if you can simply look into it in a bigger eye, you will simply see that we need to create a bigger structure towards handling the sells towards the downside, right? So from the 15 minutes time frame structure, you will simply see that the market is actually committing itself in that way I have just discussed with you. So you can simply check and see that we have this beautiful uptrending channel right there. We have this beautiful uptrending channel right there. So you can simply check and see that the market would be so nicer to come to this level before we can have our selling opportunities. right? So actually GJ, we need to actually wait for price to actually come back onto this zones right there and actually sell afterwards. So this is GJ, guys. GJ looks good for selling opportunities. So also these yen pairs, JPY pairs, they are looking so beautiful for selling opportunities this coming week. So basically I'm looking to sell these JPY pairs because they are looking so committed towards the structure. So basically from this point in time, you can take upon this beautiful structures towards the downside, right? So this is going to be one of those pairs that are looking so beautiful to can enter and capitalize from them. So basically this is our GJ, right? So now let us move to Cadjpy. Cadjpy, it's also looking beautiful and committed towards structure, because right now if you carefully look into how price is been handling itself towards these valued areas, you will simply see that from a weekly perspective we have a double top, we have a double bottom, and we have a double top. So from a weekly perspective time frame, you can simply see that we have this low, which is our double bottom, and we have this high, which is our high and a double top. So basically when you check the current market price, which is this one right here, when you dive in deeper to a beautiful daily time frame, you'll simply look into it in a more clearer way. So when you dive in deeper and check the current price, which is this low right here, you can simply see that the market has actually committed itself to give us this beautiful outside double top, you see. So basically when you dive in deeper to the 4 hour, you'll simply see that we have caught this one, guys, previous weeks together. So this is one of those pairs that you can actually capitalize onto it. So the market is committing itself towards to the downside, right? So basically from this point in time, the market has actually given us this beautiful impulse towards to the downside and a correction below this low, and actually sold off again with an impulse correction towards to the downside, right? So now you need to actually open your eyes way further, because right now price is actually giving us this beautiful bigger structure right here, but you need to open your eyes in a way that you have to know that price normally gives us beautiful lows and highs, but it commits itself with bigger structure, right? So I'm expecting price to actually come and give me this beautiful structure towards to this beautiful low right there before I can expect some beautiful selling opportunities. So you can simply see that these yen pairs, I'm looking for selling this, all of them. So right at this beautiful momentum, I'm simply looking into this beautiful point right there to actually sell this beautiful Cadjpy. So this is one of those pairs that I can also capitalize on when the market has actually given me this beautiful steepy correction towards this beautiful low. So I'm looking to sell also the Cadjpy, but this one, it will need only at least 1 day to actually commit itself towards pushing price to this beautiful low and also to sell. So right now let us move to our Euraud. So Euraud is one of those pairs that have been actually correcting towards to the downside, right? However, you need to open your eyes in a way that you must know how price actually moves. So from a daily perspective, you can simply see that the Euraud has been actually performing quite beautiful, but in a corrective way. So one of those ways is that price can actually give us these beautiful highs right there. It actually looks so committed because the market has actually been bouncing off onto this beautiful zone right there. So if you can simply look into it, you can simply mark your low, which is this one right there. But now the market on Friday gave us these beautiful buys based on this beautiful low, right? So you need to open your eyes and check how price is committing itself towards these beautiful highs and lows. So let us quickly dive in deeper to the 4 hour. The 4 hour is the one that is actually going to tell us how is the language of this beautiful market. Remember, we have this beautiful low as the marked low. So right now, if you simply check right here, we have this nearest higher low, lower high, I mean to say lower high. We have this lower high right there, and right now the market has been actually correcting towards to the sideways, right? So if you simply check, we have impulse, we have correction, so we are expecting a bit of impulse towards to the downside, right? The commitment of this one is actually looking so beautiful, but you need to actually open your eyes when you trade this type of pairs. So when you get to the 1 hour time frame, it's quite looking so beautiful, because right now you can simply see that you have this beautiful double top that has been tested right there. So if you check carefully and look into it, we have this beautiful expanding wedge type formation, right, with our double top in place. So we have this beautiful commitment of price giving us a double top and also some expanding wedge type formation. However, this is one of those important factors right here. The important factor is this part here, right guys? So when you check and dive in deeper to the 15 minutes time frame, you can simply see that this is a clean impulse correction, guys. This is a clean impulse correction from this beautiful momentum right there. So we have this beautiful impulse correction from this beautiful structure. Either if the market does not sell off from this beautiful momentum, we are going to wait for price to actually come to this beautiful high right there to give us a beautiful head and shoulders pattern. So from this commitment, guys, if it does not do that, we can actually wait for price to actually come to this beautiful commitment right there and take upon ourselves towards to the downside, right? So because we're going to be having a shoulder, a head, and also a shoulder committed from the price, and now from there, that's when we can actually expand our trend line, actually look into having a channel towards to the upside and more selling opportunities from that particular moment. So without any waste of time, let us look into beautiful last pair, which is our beautiful Nasdaq. So Nasdaq has been actually buying, guys. We have been buying Nasdaq for quite some time this past few weeks. So right here, guys, we are having Nasdaq looking so beautiful, right? So it has been buying. However, the question is it gonna buy forever, or we still having more selling opportunities towards to the downside? So let's find out what is currently happening. So the structure of the Nasdaq, it's actually been giving us this beautiful low right here. So now after having this low right here, we have been having the market committing itself towards to the upside in a more corrective way. We have been having highs and lows towards to the upside. The question is it gonna go in a corrective way towards to the upside like that? That's the question you must ask yourself, right? However, if you look into the nearest price, Nasdaq has been having some quite beautiful days for the past week. So basically from this point in time, we have this beautiful high right there and also this beautiful low marked right there. So when you go to the 4 hour, the 4 hour is actually going to be looking to be clearer, because right now if you check carefully, Nasdaq has arrived into our double top. Our double top is the one that is actually giving us a language whereby the market has actually been into this beautiful high right there. So right now at this moment, we have Nasdaq appearing to be actually looking beautiful for selling opportunities, right? So because right now we have the market actually printing a beautiful double top right there, but however let's check and dive in deeper what is currently happening right there. So if you carefully look into this, we have been having this beautiful uptrending channel right there. However, this uptrending channel right there, it's been broken, guys. It's been broken. So if you carefully look into this beautiful uptrending channel right there, we had another structure that has been committing itself towards breaking out of the structure right there, right? So this is one of those confirmations that you were supposed to be looking at right there. So the market has actually given us this beautiful uptrending structure with our beautiful 3-touch level. So basically, when you check into this beautiful structure of Nasdaq, we are having 1, 2, 3, right? And also we are having 1, 2, right? So the structure of Nasdaq from this beautiful structure, it's having 1, 2 touches on this beautiful higher high. However, we have been having a committed structure towards to the upside right there that has actually broken out of this beautiful structure right there. However, this beautiful channel, uptrending channel towards to the upside, is having 1, 2 and 3 touches towards to the upside. We are going to dive in deeper, guys, and check what Nasdaq is actually printing to us. This is one of the cleanest way to actually look into Nasdaq. Nasdaq is gonna sell, guys. This one is quite looking so beautiful. Nasdaq is going to sell because we have arrived into the value areas, right? So by looking at this, guys, you can simply look into the previous market structure, which is this structure right here. So if you simply look into it in a bigger scale, you will simply see that if I can do this, guys, if I can do this and take this beautiful structure right there, you can simply see that when I come with it, this structure, and actually open it right there, tell me if this structure right there, is it not the same as this current one? I want to show you something, guys. We have this commitment structure into this beautiful previous market structure, and also tell me if it's not this one right here, right? We are having this beautiful impulse to the upside, and also we're having correction right there, and we're having impulse move towards to the upside, right? We also have our impulse and our correction, and also we had this beautiful impulse until we got our head and actually committed to actually have correction and sell. So tell me if this impulse and correction and impulse, is it not the same as impulse, correction, impulse? They are looking the same, right? So if you check carefully from that particular moment, you'll simply see that Nasdaq from that particular structure is actually looking beautiful and committed to push price to the downside, because right now, if I can clone something like this from this structure right here, you will simply see that we are having the same commitment of structure from this beautiful Nasdaq. So if I can clone this, guys, for you and actually put it right here, tell me if it's not the same as the one I'm expecting to see. So I'm expecting to see price to actually form this beautiful structure towards to the downside with this correction, and also play out the same way right here. So I'm having an impulse correction and an impulse correction towards to the upside. However, I'm also having first, second and third touch right there. So with this 1, 2, 3, and I'm expecting price to actually bounce and come back to selling opportunities based on the fact that it has also broken out of the structure to give us this beautiful selling opportunities. So immediately when we commit ourselves underneath this zone right here, I'm going to be confidently saying that I'm looking to sell Nasdaq. So I believe that Nasdaq is gonna sell and come back to this beautiful lows right there. However, the commitment of this one is actually looking beautiful also, because right now, if at least we can fill up this beautiful low right there, I can simply say that the market would actually be looking so beautiful to actually come back and now give us these zones. However, if the market can actually fail to actually respect this setup, it is by only when the market has actually broken out of this structure and gave us a retest to actually continue with our buys. That is also possible, because the market is the market. We can't actually drive the market, but we need to follow what the market gives us. So basically, from this point in time, guys, you can simply see that Nasdaq, it's looking good for sales. However, we must also cater for both signs where the market will be playing out. So without any waste of time, guys, this is FXGOAT speaking. Please do make sure that you like and subscribe this video, and you actually comment below on the comment box. And also, if you want to get the 3.0, guys, make sure that you actually click the link on the description and actually look into purchasing your 3.0, because that's where it's gonna be a game changer. We're going to be looking to the markets in a different way. We're going to actually trade together as a community of FXGOAT. So basically, from my side, guys, as FXGOAT, I'm signing out, guys, and catch me again onto yet another video where I'll be looking to the markets with you again. So from my side, shalom.